Well, hello, my beautiful people. My name is Yan. Welcome back to Lucid9. Last time, we saw a lot of shit. Like, our boy was walking down District 6. He got like a ping or something, like some kind of location thing on his phone. He went there, we saw a dead body. Then we went through our lapses where we stopped remembering shit. And we kind of saw Yahiko, a dead body, Yahiko. Then we were back at the place. Then we came back to school. Yahiko was acting kind of weird, and we found out like all of the people that died were in Yahiko's happy club. Woo! Then we hanged out with Ari for a little bit, and she brought beer. No, not beer, she brought alcohol, which was pretty cool, but our bitch Yama didn't want to take it. Now we're back here in class, so let us continue. I expected to spend the remaining of my time by myself, but instead, I find Misaki waiting by my chair.
Ah, Yama.
Hi.
Do you want to go somewhere with me?
What? Now?
No, tomorrow, No, tomorrow. Of course, right now.
Class is about to start.
Are you seriously? Are you seriously coming up with an excuse to stay in school?
She's right. Normally, I wouldn't mind. So, you're saying we should ditch? Yama, you're a bitch. You don't want to take the alcohol, now you don't want to ditch? Shit, man.
I prefer the phrase, investing our time in other endeavors.
So, ditching.
You make it sound so ugly.
As sudden as this may be, it might actually end up being kind of fun. Yeah, I'm fucking ditching Misaki. Are you kidding me? Like, the fuck? Yama, you're not a bitch, are you? You're not gonna fucking not go, right? Why not? It's not like I'm doing anything productive in school. What were you thinking? She smiles brightly, gesturing to the door with both hands.
You'll see.
I obligingly exit the classroom right as the bell sounds. As we make our way down the street, newfound excitement takes the place of anxiety. It's definitely a welcome change. Surprisingly, she leads me to GFC. After we order and pick up our chicken, we slip into the nearest booth. I'm not gonna lie, today I had some KFC right after work, and boy, it was good. Whew, I got those tenders, and their french fries. Dude, their new french fries, oh my god, it's to die for.
I found this place the other day. Their wings are really good.
I know, I come here a lot actually.
Really?
Well, not recently because of the investigation, the lapses, the serial killing, Ruri, Masato, Yahiko. Now that I think about it, when was the last time we all ate together? Here together. Has it really been that long? Or is my memory just that unbelievable? Bro, you were here basically like, what, 5 days ago? Because, seriously, like, this game is like 5 days. It's like, one day everything was good, then the next day was like, shit. It's only been like 5 or 6 days, what the fuck? Somehow, Misaki manages to catch the change in my face. She quickly leans forward, her attention fixed on me.
Something bothering you? I'm assuming it has to do with your fight with Ruri?
Wait, how do you know about that?
Because she told me? Well, more like I forced it out of her.
Her expiration is quickly replaced with concern.
So, you're still having your lapses?
She told you about that, huh?
And about Mizu, and that you almost drowned.
So, what are you going to do? Lecture me about that too? My response comes out harsher than I intended. Instead of getting angry, Misaki only raises an eyebrow in bewilderment.
You jumped in the river to save someone. Why would I lecture you?
Because I didn't save him, Miki. Because I couldn't even save myself. I just ended up being useless again.
You such a damn
what the dumber? I was gonna say drummer for some reason.
You're such a damn dumber.
She suddenly shouts something incomprehensible. slamming her fist on the countertop. Hold on, let me do that again. I'm gonna slam my fist, watch.
You're such a damn dumber.
Okay, let's see. Slamming her fist on the countertop. Everyone in the restaurant immediately stops to look at us.
Do you know what I hate most about you, Yama? The fact that you always bring yourself down. Yes, you could have died, but you tried anyway, right? You could have ignored him. You could have let that boy drown, and no one would have thought less of you because of your condition. It's not always about succeeding. It's about having faith in yourself.
Thank you, Misaki. Woo. Her fingers curled at the edge of the table, an odd heaviness to her tone.
Even with your condition, you're a lot more capable than you think, Yama. So please, don't ever say that you're useless again.
In response to her words, I can only remain in stunned silence. Is she actually commending me? Even though I had almost died? Even though I haven't accomplished anything? But to be completely honest, I almost feel a little touched. Finally realizing that her outburst has attracted the attention of nearby customers, Misaki's face blushes a bright red, and she sinks back to her seat.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled at you like that.
The pain in her voice is almost palpable, as if she had slapped me across the face. Oh, it's fine.
We should probably finish eating.
Yeah. We redirect our attention back to our food. For the next few minutes, we eat in awkward silence. I'm about to say something to break the tension until I notice Misaki reaching for GFC's signature hot sauce. Miki? Before I can warn her, she already drowns her wings like there's no tomorrow. Isn't that spicy?
Huh? The ketchup?
That isn't ketchup. It's hot sauce.
Oh, so it is.
Wait, hold on, Miki, what, hold on.
Cat, why are you stopping? It's getting good.
No, hold on. She's putting ketchup on wings. On wings, motherfucker, on wings. Why would you put fucking ketchup on wings? That's nasty, man, shit. You do you, Miki. Fuck. She merely shrugs her shoulders and continues eating, seemingly unaffected. You know, not even Masato could handle that.
Masato must be a wimp then.
She says this teasingly, electing a chuckle from me. I'm pretty sure she's probably the only person who can beat Masato in an eating contest. I kinda want to see that, actually.
By the way, have you seen the pet I sent you?
You sent me a pat?
Have you even been using Patta recently?
To be honest, no. She sighs, motioning me to hand over my phone. I obligingly do so.
Apparently, our kimono commercial had generated a lot of buzz. I was reading some of the comments, and you seem to have quite a fangirls.
Quite a few fangirls. What?
Fangirls. Female fans. Admirers.
Why would I have admirers?
Don't be so modest, Yama. I mean, you are attractive.
I remember you saying something similar to Yahiko the other day.
Oh, don't worry. I think you're much cuter than he is.
Why would she think I was worried? How can she say that so blatantly? How did we get on this topic anyway?
Here, I'll read some of the comments for you.
I'd rather not.
He's so cute. I wonder if he has a girlfriend. I have never seen this actor before, but I like a lot. The acting was so good. Are they really a couple? This guy makes me question my sexuality.
Hold on, let me do it like.
This guy makes me question my sexuality. I'm a dude, by the way. Have you ever?
I think that should be enough. Feeling my face flush, I quickly lean over the table and snatch my phone out of her hands. She only grins at me in amusement.
Don't tell me you're embarrassed.
course not.
Then why is your face red?
I just don't have your tolerance for spicy food. She giggles at this, absorbing herself in her own phone.
You should seriously consider becoming an actor, Yama.
It's not like I did that well.
You did well enough considering the circumstances.
I can't help but feel a ting of pleasure at her praise.
If not an actor, then what?
I'll probably just manage my parents' restaurant. She pauses, raising a questioning eyebrow at me. Here it comes, the managing your parents' restaurant isn't a real job remark.
I didn't know you could cook.
That's what she was surprised about? I'm decent, I guess.
Can I be your first customer?
Sure.
You'll let me eat for free too, right?
What? No way.
Why not?
Because you put me out of business. You put me out of business.
Put you out of business?
I point to her empty plate. She seems to make the connection.
Are you implying that I eat too much?
I'm just saying, you have to pay the full price, otherwise I wouldn't profit.
You definitely wouldn't be able to profit if your arms were broken.
Well, that escalated quickly. I like to have all of my bones intact, thank you.
Well, you shouldn't call a girl.
A sudden stroll emanates from her cell phone, cutting her off mid-sentence.
Hello? Oh, yes. I'm so sorry, sir. I'll be there right away.
She quickly cuts the call, clearing her food from the counter. What's the rush?
I'm late for my meeting.
You have a meeting?
Yes, with my manager, after school.
Ah.
Quick, finish your food so I can leave.
She suddenly grabs the wing and tries to shove it in my mouth. What are you doing? Why don't you just go?
I hear it's bad luck to leave a restaurant by yourself if you're with someone.
Is that true? The fuck? Where did you hear that from?
The internet, of course.
I shouldn't be surprised at this point.
Come on!
I'll just bring my food with me. After fetching a food container for my wings, Misaki drags me out of GFC. We stride in the warm spring-tinted air. Misaki turns to me, passing on a smile.
Thanks for ditching school with me, Yama.
No problem.
Maybe we can do this again sometime.
You're planning on becoming a delinquent now?
I mean, eating at GFC. I miss enough class as it is.
In that case, sure, I'll like that.
Until then, later.
With that, Misaki waves adamantly, hurrying off to work. It was nice, honestly. Spending time with her makes me actually relax. I'm ready to head back to my apartment, but a sudden ping brings my attention to my phone. Is it gonna be like Ruri? No? No, it's Akira.
Sup, General? Heard from a little bird.
Fuck.
Heard from a little bird in a turd that you were feeling a bit under the weather. Want to swing by drama club? It's a party. Figurative speaking, of course.
Drama club? Now? Well, I guess technically I have nothing better to do. Go to drama club or go home. You know what? I'm gonna go home. Fuck Akira. I'm gonna go home. She got in a fight with Rui. How can you get in a fight with baby girl?
Yama, didn't you get a fight with her?
That's not the problem. I don't fucking care. We're gonna go to drama club. Just imagine if I was the guy who's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go home. Like, once I hang out with Akira, I'm gonna just go home. No, let's go to drama club. It's not a bad idea. Some make-believe might be just what I need. Especially with Akira, if that display on the rooftop is anything to go by. What classroom?
2C. Be there or be a cupcake. Because, you know, a square is just so yesterday. And cupcakes are delicious.
I rolled my eyes, but I'm smirking as I enter the classroom. Yeah, this should make my day considerably less crappy. Really, Yama? Like, you were having fun with Ari and Misaki, and your day's still crappy? Damn, this guy's such snobby. You know what I mean? He's dramatic. I'm such a brat. I want my day to be more, some more better. Oh, fuck, man. I'm tired of shit. 2C. It's just a generic S3B. In fact, the only difference from my classroom is that it's currently filled with a scattered group of students. The numbers cease to be fewer than when I was last here.
Good day, General.
Akira pops from beneath the desk, face shining in a cheery grin.
Glad you decided to join us.
Wait, did she just call me General? Okay, I'm just starting to notice this. When we first met her, she called me, what was it, Lieutenant or was it Captain? One of them. It was Lieutenant. Sarge. Then Lieutenant. Then Captain. I think the last time we saw her was Colonel. And now General. Someone's gotta go back and tell me I'm not crazy. Because I swear this girl's calling me she's bringing my rank up. What, next time? Next time I see her, it's gonna be fucking
President? Hello, President. Glad you decided to join us.
I ended up smiling back. So, what's going on today?
Oh, just improv exercises. Having some fun and all that jazz. Our improv performance the other day was about as successful as a Peruvian party, so we were taking today to relax and gather our morale.
So, it didn't go well?
I can say with 100% confidence that it was absolutely terrible.
And that's why the room is so empty?
It's not that empty, I see that nothing escapes your eyes, Mr. Holmes. Yes, many of our own numbers have deserted us. We are left stranded in the desert, wrenched alone. Oh, whoa.
Despite the dramaticism of her tone, I noticed that she seems to be happier. You like that there's less people, don't you?
Well, that sounds so unpleasant. Rather, a smaller and more intimate group provides for better screen time coverage in the case that our lives are made into a show.
A show? What?
Think about it. Stories with large ensemble casts often purely focuses on external conflicts, while smaller casts allow room for individual character development and realization. That's how a lot of TV shows work, you know? And that's why smaller casts are worse for you if you break a bone.
Just when I thought I was beginning to understand her, something like this happens. I see.
Of course you do. You have two functioning eyes.
Before I can respond to this absurdly literal statement, the club president claps her hands, gathering the attention in the room. Is it a girl or a guy? It's a her. Okay, let me see what I can do for her. I want to try new female voices, because I can do this all day, you know? But I want to see if I can do better female voices. Hold on. Water.
Okay, guys. I don't think anyone else is coming. Let's get started.
The group shuffles in a circle. The president's eyes land on me. Her eyes widen noticeably.
Oh, Yama Ishimoto. Great to have you here.
You remember me?
Why, of course. Akira.
Akira frantically makes some kind of vague gesture with her hands. The president coughs.
Akira brought you here for Inspire, right? It wasn't that long ago.
I noticed their unusual actions, but decide to ignore it. Right.
Well, you're in luck today. I've got some great exercise planned. You guys ready?
The group, though small, let out hearty roars. The president slides a hat towards the middle of the room. Inside it lays a tangled mass of paper.
Okay,
fuck, I had to really change your voice. I'm just going back to the...
Okay, let's just do some warm-up improv. Akira, do you mind? It'll be a pleasure, Prez.
She eagerly shuffles forward and snatches a random slip. Her eyes drift over the words.
My character is a lawyer. Good. Tatsuya, why don't you match her?
Sure thing, Prez. He also extracts a slip and snorts in disbelief. A dragon with attachment complex to his captive princess. Great! You guys know the drill. 3 minutes! Ready! Akira straightens, adjusting her jacket. Her partner leans on the desk and curls litany as if he's actually a dragon. Yo! Akira strides forward, whipping her fingers to her partner.
Hold it, Mr. Dragon! Are you aware of the several consequences associated with kidnapping?
I'm just doing her stupid finger thing.
It's a serious felony. Your lightest sentence will be the equivalent of 20 human years or more if you do not cooperate at once.
I want to do a voice. No, you can't take her from me. She is mine, my precious. Akira slaps her hand convincingly on the table.
Your Honor, the defendant.
We're not in a court of law, little lawyer. Go away before I fry you to a crisp.
Take that! Take that! I thought the dragons were supposed to be creatures of honor. Must I challenge you to a duel?
Her partner gives a long, dreary sigh, as if gently disturbed by Akira's incessant presence. Fine. You want to know, little lawyer, why I refuse to forfeit my precious?
Enlighten me.
Simply this, little lawyer. You are playing by the code of humans. I am playing by the code of dragons. Shall I tell you what the code of dragons states?
That a dragon can kidnap any poor innocent soul whenever they so please.
No. In fact, little lawyer, it is prohibited for dragons to withhold a precious maiden for more than 20 hours against her will, barring the major extenuating circumstances.
Which is?
If the place to which she returns is worse than in our possession. The room clasped slightly. Even Akira confidently falters.
She what?
My dear precious little lawyer was cruelly abused in her own castle. It is safer for her here than anywhere else.
But that can't be!
A brief silence falls on the group, punctuating by the thrilled tone of an alarm. The club president hastily waves her phone as the room breaks into applause. Time's up! Great, Akira! Tatsuya! That was really creative.
That plot twist was a brilliant comeback, Tatsuya. It was so fun to watch.
When Akira sits next to me, I lean closer to her. So, this is just an improv wherever anything goes?
Actually, it's more like a battle of wits. As the improv continues, a scenario is created where each person clearly takes one side. While staying in character, they must figure out how to win the battle of wits before time is up.
That doesn't seem very even.
Oh no, I'm just no good at it. You see, I should have said that the princess was actually Spartan. Therefore, what the dragon perceives as abuse, society perceives as normal.
That kind of improv concept is very interesting. I've never thought of something like that before.
Okay, next, Yama. Wanna give it a try?
Sure. I pluck a slip of paper from the hat. Just my luck, a delinquent boy.
What'd you get, General? An honorable samurai? A terrific knight?
Sorry to disappoint, but...
Hey guys, I'm sorry for being late.
It's Ruri. Yep. Suddenly, the door flies open and Ruri comes rocketing in the room, dumping her backpack on the ground. My mind runs completely blank. Ruri, she's part of drama club. I completely forgot. Oh, perfect timing, Ruri. Why don't you play opposite of Yama? We're doing battle improv. Ruri's eyes land on mine. Surprise etched clearly over her features. Guilt churns in my stomach as she shuffles away, her smile adopting a clear, awkward tint.
I probably... Come on, the hat's waiting. I think, forgot something.
She inches through the doorway. I wrap my finger in my pocket, trying to stem a stifle air out of my lungs.
Ruri!
Ruri halts in her step, staring pleadingly at Akira.
Why don't you be Yama's partner?
Horror spreads across Ruri's face. Fierce indignance rear in my stomach. I bite my tongue to keep my words back. Why? Of all days for her to interfere, why today? Does she know what happened between Ruri and me? Is this her way of extracting revenge since she got in a fight with Ruri?
I have to go, Akira.
What? Ruri quickly scoops up her backpack and bolts out from the room. Akira's face falls.
Well, it was worth the shot.
What's gotten her so angsty? An uncomfortable silence descends upon the room. It's more than I can bear. I hurriedly grab my backpack, my mind still clouded with anger. Sorry, I have to go too. Thanks for the performance though.
Wait, you too? Already? General, why?
Goodbye, Akira. I barely able to keep the snap out of my voice as I rush out of the classroom. I stop only when I break into fresh air. My thoughts, now broken from their mode, are still racing uncontrollably in my head. Ruri, train, Shoji's death, seeing Ruri, yelling at Ruri, hurting Ruri. I even forgot that she was in drama club.
General, hold up!
Akira sprints to me, face swarf with worry.
Why do you have to leave all of a sudden?
I clench my jaw, working to keep my words civil. Akira, I need you to be honest with me.
Okay.
Did you also ask Ruri to come to drama club today?
She usually comes, but I want to make sure.
The answer is enough. Why did you want to make sure? Because you wanted us to meet?
Well, yes.
Akira, please. I told you this before, but you need to stop meddling. Look, Ruri and I fought yesterday. What happened in that classroom? Well, I think you might have made the scenario a whole lot worse.
General, I know you and Ruri fought.
What? My anger blossoms in my stomach. Then why did you plan this? Did you intentionally try to make us miserable? Is this because you and Ruri are on bad terms?
No.
Fuck. Sorry, my throat.
No, Ruri and I made up a long time ago. Well, actually, it was yesterday. But still.
This pleases me slightly. I try to withhold my accusations. Then why?
You need to make up with Ruri, General. I wasn't there, so I don't know what was wrong and who was right, but it's always best to apologize first.
The words are unusually straight and simple, especially coming from her. Still, I don't appreciate how she's meddling. Yet again. Here's the thing. I don't even know if we will make up. We might just not talk to each other again. Move on with our lives.
That's exactly what cannot happen, General. Don't you see? You move on, you leave loose ends, and you end up with regrets that festers inside you like mozzarella cheese in an Indian summer. Even if it's painful, you need to make up. Because by the time you're ready, it's too late.
She sinks into the bench. For the first time, I realize that her chipper demeanor belies an exhausted face. but lies in an exhausted face. Too late. She spends a moment in pensive silence before she speaks again. I can sense a story behind her heavy words.
General, you know Soji? The unfortunate soul who recently died?
I do. More than I wish I did.
He was in my class.
I take a moment to swallow this fact. Shoji had to be part of a class, of course. I just hadn't thought of such an association.
I saw him, General. I knew Akane. I knew their relationship. I knew that she disappeared and he was taking it hard. I saw all the signs, every single one. He joked about suicide. He wouldn't talk with anyone except his closest friend, Haru. But Haru was in a different class. He wouldn't eat. He wouldn't sleep. He even was giving his stuff away, and he was saying goodbye to everyone.
Okay, let me tell you this right now. If you see anyone doing these signs, he's not sleeping, he's not eating, he's not talking to anyone, and he's giving his stuff away and saying goodbye to everyone, at that moment, you know someone's gonna commit suicide. Talk to them. Let them know you care. I don't know, man, like, if you're in school, talk to a counselor. Get them in with a counselor or something. Save their lives. Like, shit, man. Okay. That's the only time you're gonna see me serious today. Okay? Hopefully it doesn't continue. It's morbidly fascinating. Even while I can sense the heavy sense of guilt in Akira's words, I find the back of my mind cataloging that Shoji was planning to die. The incident at the train was suicide. I quickly catch myself. Now's not the time to think about this. I need to understand Akira. The weight associated with her guilt, it's not something that she should bear in the first place.
He was a textbook example of a suicide thinker, General, and I just ignored him. Too awkward to talk to him, too weird to approach him normally. I did nothing. Ruri talked with him. She did what I should have.
She did? When did she? No, I shouldn't be surprised. That's something Ruri would do. Ruri with her big soft heart. The heart that I brutally crushed. Akira, that just shows that his death isn't your fault. If Soji died regardless of what she said...
No, General, I could have done something. If I just had talked to him, if I just had smiled once, just waved once, just let him know that he mattered.
Okay, let me tell you... Oh, fuck, I hit my desk, I'm sorry. But, let me tell you something. Never think that if someone died is your fault. Fuck, this episode's gonna get really serious. Like, I should be like, hey, like, being gay, No, but today I'm just gonna be serious. Listen. It's not your fault if someone died. No matter how hard you want to believe. Maybe someone you know got in an accident and you could have been there to save them. Maybe if you would have went somewhere with them, they would have been safe. Or maybe you talked to a friend, talk to your cousin or whatever. Someone in your family that committed suicide, right? If you want to talk to, like, I should talk to them. I should have done something. No, man, it's not your fault. Even if you would have done it, maybe they would have done it, maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. But right now, you gotta live in the present. Their actions were their own, okay? It's okay to mourn and be sad, but never think it's your fault. You cannot control people. You can't control their mind like a mind control person. You can't make people happy just by, saying hi or whatever. All this takes time. Sometimes they need professional help, like from a psychiatrist or something. Someone who knows this stuff. Just be there for them. If someone's going to suicide right now, help them. Be there with them. And if they do die, do not put it on yourself. You tried your best. And that is about life, and that's what life is all about. Trying your best. Sometimes you fail, sometimes you succeed. But it's alright. Okay? It's alright. Damn, this I'm getting really emotional right now. Alrighty, let me continue.
He died, General. He died, and it was too late.
I always thought that Akira's bubbly exterior would allow all the troubles of the world to bounce right off her skin, but she's taking Shoji's death harder than anyone I've seen. The pain in her voice is nearly palatable.
General, that's what can't happen with Rui. Life is just too short. You don't know what the next day will bring. You could get run over by a car, or Rui could get hit over by a car, or a nuclear bomb will hit Isamu and wipe out the entire population. It might sound stupid, but you have to make up now before you have any regrets.
She laces her fingers together and stares at them.
So, please, talk with Ruri, General. Don't let the skirmish turn into a 7-year war.
It's clear and open, and everything not Akira, but everything Akira, all at once. I know I should be empathizing with her pain, but all I can think is that I'm impressed. There's much more to her, a deep heart that I never knew was there. I'll try to make up. I try to smile reassuringly. She returns it, her shoulders relaxing.
Well, if you need some aid, you can always call for backup. I have a particularly...
Okay.
I have a particularly dangerous concoction known as the matchmaking plan. All it requires is a nearby movie theater, a bouquet of roses.
This isn't for a date.
Well, who's to say that it can't be?
I snorted at this, but it comes out a little more affectionate than I was expecting. Let's stick with a simple apology.
Well, General, even if you want to be boring, I do want to give you any help I can offer.
Thanks for the thought, but it's something I should do myself. It's between me and Rui, so I'll take responsibility for it, not you. Akira freezes at this statement. Did I hurt her feelings? I appreciate the offer though. She only averts her gaze and shuffles away. It concerns me. Akira?
Huh?
What's wrong?
No, nothing. I just, that's really cool of you, General. It's very admirable.
Admirable? That I take responsibility for my own crap?
Well, I don't know. Is it time for me to get going? It must be. They'll all be wondering where I'm at. See you, General. Thanks for stopping by. And please, make up with Rui soon. Bye!
And just as suddenly as she appeared, Akira bolts away. Her words are strange, her analogies are unthinkable, and half of the time, I'm not even sure if we're speaking the same language. But today, I feel closer with her than most of my longtime friends. Amazingly enough, I think we are actually starting to reach some semblance of understanding. Is it weird that he's making friends with everyone else that's not like his main crew? Like Elizabeth, Ari, Akira right now. Fuck, man. Who's after that? I think those are the only friends that are not in his inner circle. Because he lost Masato. Yahiko is kind of, we think he might be the killer. And he just fucking told Ruri, like, stop. Okay? Stop being my friend. Yeah. He needs to apologize to Ruri. Like, I understand what she's saying, but maybe they won't be good friends anymore. But an apology will at least make it like, you know what? I said my apologies, and I don't have to live in regret with that, It's just, if you get in a fight with someone, it's never good to be on bad terms. Even if you don't want to be their friend no more. Just don't be on bad terms. Just, be okay. I headed back to my apartment, pondering the encounter in my mind. It's still light by the time I return. The day stretches ahead of me, full of possibilities that don't exactly exist. I could study if there was a point in doing so. I could hang out with my friends if I haven't already screwed them over somehow. I should just talk to them, honestly, and apologize. At the very least, hear their side of the story, try to understand what exactly is going on in their minds. And yet, I don't. Even I'm not completely sure why. The only clues lie in this nagging thought in the back of my mind. Maybe it's better that they don't know you. Maybe it's better if they don't have to blow off class in order to find vague clues for an even vaguer case. Maybe it's better if they weren't forced to deal with some depressed kid who never got over his sister's death. Maybe their lives would be easier. If that's the case, the only thing I can do for anyone, really, is to solve this case. Solve this case and stay out of the way. The key lies in my lapse. Everything could change depending on what I saw last night. You're a coward. We'll see about that. I need to know why the exchange took place and what it meant. I break out my train of thoughts, pondering my next course of action. If the doctors can be trusted, all I need is a strong trigger, something that could give my brain a nice kick. How about you go back to the scene of the crime? Like, wouldn't that jog your memory, like, kind of, if you think about it? If you go back to the same place and just look around, maybe something in your mind triggers, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I'm just thinking out of my ass right now. Like a bloody corpse? Right, easy. I raise my phone, hands shaky, nausea churns in my stomach as I bring up my browser search engine, switching to the mode to images. I can do this. For Rui, for Masato, Yahiko, Mr. Ryota, Shigori, for the people who've died. For Mizu. I tap the screen with finality. Gruesome scenes flood my pupils, pulsing into my brain like black oil. It wraps around me, strangling my breath out of my lungs, laughing softly in my ears. Too late. I struggle against it, but the empty eyes, the wash of organs and veins, it sends my head reeling. Feel myself turning over, belching. A lapse pushes at me, but I push back, reaching into the further steps of my mind. Remember. You can do it. Si se puede. A clear, high voice pierces through the haziness of my memory. What?
I know you can do it.
I'm dumped into the yard of some primary elementary school, where there's grass and trees and no towering monoliths of skyscrapers. It's most definitely a suburb. I'm sitting on a swing, and a tiny girl with legs that don't even reach the ground is on the swing next to me. She's a brave one. With every extra of her legs, she pushes higher and higher until she's almost horizontal with the bar. Then I realize that I'm also tiny, and my own legs don't reach the ground. This day, I remember it well. I remember to the point of painstaking detail. I remember how the sun fell on my face, how the flowers sang in the wind, how the delighted streaks of children were the soundtrack that played endlessly in the background. I remember, despite all, because no one should have been happy. Alright, I'm fucking up reading. Let me drink some water. Not when I had to move. Not when adults kept saying things I didn't understand. Not when Mizu was gone.
So, when they come, just tell them, okay?
The girl's cheery voice broke me out of my thoughts. I was barely swaying back and forth on the swing. A comical, the fuck is juxtaposed position to her vivid enthusiasm. Okay. I'm gonna just, every time I do this voice, it's gonna be, okay, Mizu. It was not okay. And I would not just tell them, but as a child, I had a very quick learned that saying okay was the easiest thing to do. Saying okay made people happy. Saying okay made people leave you alone. But this girl was an exception. As she swung down, she suddenly grounds her heels into the bark mulch beneath her feet. Wood chipped sprays at me. I promptly leaped to my feet, yelping in indignation. Hey! The girl jumps from her swing, landing in front of me. When she stood up, her hair seems to glow like fire in the sunlight. Promise! I flicked bits of bark off my elementary school uniform, nodding dully. Okay. Pinky promise. She stuck out a hand and I shoved mine into my pocket. Okay. You are pinky promising. Cross my heart. Hope to die? I didn't speak because I suddenly felt funny. The girl's eyes widened. Oh, maybe you shouldn't hope to die. Your sister's already dead. What a bitch. She suddenly said this solemnly. As a 7-year-old, I had absolutely no conception of political correctness, so I only shrugged. Yeah. It's okay. There's a lot of trampolines in heaven. Trampolines and flowers. Okay. The girl, though with saying her piece, leapt back onto the swing and continued her crazy quest to the top. I only make shapes in the bark mulch with the tip of my shoes. Suddenly, the girl hunches her knees to her chest and points frantically in the distance. Hey, they're coming, hey! I strengthened against the string. I didn't need to look where she was pointing. I already knew what lays in that direction. Come on, Yama, get up! No. You promised. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. You just promised. No, Hey, you poopy head. You poop head? I sniffed and glanced meekly at the newcomers. 4 older children, bigger in every dimension, with glittering eyes and smiles that were far too cheery for this time of day, or any time of day for that matter. Oh, it's a bully. You're a stupid poop head. Yeah, why don't you play like us? He doesn't even talk with anyone. He just stares with those freaky freak eyes. Like his freaky freak name. Yama, what a stupid poop head name. He's a mountain. The crazy girl slams her shoes to the ground again, spraying mulch at them. They didn't even flinch. Instead, they grinned widely. Ooh, he's with a girl. Having fun with your little girlfriend, freaky freak? Ooh. I only hunched my shoulders and took the abuse. The girl, on the other hand, curls her fingers into a fist, crouching aggressively. He's not my boyfriend. We don't kiss yet. Yama and Ruri sitting in a tree. Oh, it's Ruri. Kissing. I bet he got cuties from her. I don't have cooties. Ew, don't get close, guys. You might get some. Run away. As the girl, Ruri lunged after them. The 4 split and ran circles around her, laughing rascaliously. Hey guys, I came up with a song. Yama needs his mama. Freaky freak, just like a llama. Yeah, what's a llama? Doesn't matter. Yama needs his mommy. Freaky freak, just like a llama. Needs a girl to fight. Cause he has no might. They slapped their hands together, laughing cruelly as I fought to keep the sting out of my eyes and throat. Okay. I said this placently. Saying okay would make them happy. Saying okay will make them leave me alone. But just as they were about to lose interest, Ruri socked one of them straight in the face with her fist, rage twisting her cherubic features. Her target collapsed to the ground, sniveling, but the rest only laughed. You hit like a girl. Is that the best you can do? Freaky Freak and his freaky girlfriend.
I'm not his girlfriend.
What on earth is going on here? A teacher jogs over to the scene, followed by a crowd of twittering students. Rui's eyes lit up, thinking that help was coming. I can only continue to stare at my shoes. I knew what would happen.
Teachers, these 4 bullies are...
Teacher, Yama hit me. I didn't hit shit. Look at him, teacher. I think he's gonna die. Yama's not being nice. You said we should be nice, right? What a day. I would've beat the fuck out of those kids. At the flip of a switch, the bullies have transferred into a pile of civilly clueless victims to the odious Freaky Freak. The teacher examines the scenes. Before her pursing her lips, the crowd awaits her judgment. Even at a 7-year-old, I already knew what would it be. Yama, I understand all the bad feelings you must be dealing with, but you can't hit people, okay? Infuriated, Rui jumps in front of me, yelling at the top of her lungs.
They're lying, teachers! I hit him!
The teacher smiles tenderly at her. Rui, I know that you're very nice and you want to protect Yama, but he needs to take responsibility for his own mistakes. Yama, come with me. We need to see the principal. Okay. I suddenly get to my feet and pass through the crowd to her side. Still staring at my shoes, I can only hear the bully snickering in the background, but Rui grabbed at my sleeve, whispering softly but intensely.
You know what? I'm gonna ask my mommy and daddy. I'm gonna ask them how to get back at those poop heads. They'll be sorry, just you wait.
He releases me. The teacher leads me away, a proper criminal, to the execution block. I tried to forget the encounter, to strangle the hope that was rapidly rising in me. Sooner or later, she would get tired of me. Sooner or later, she would decide to leave. Sooner or later, she would just be another face in the crowd calling me Freaky Freak. She never did. She moved cities and started attending the academy. I followed her out, all the while expecting that one day she would realize that she didn't have to deal with a freak and she could have any friend she wanted. And on that day, I would have moved to Isamu for nothing. But that day never came. Alright, I'm gonna end it there. That was nice, man. We learned the origins of Rui and Yama. We hanged out with Misaki. We hanged out with Akira. And, we got into deep conversations, man. I think that's a good place to stop, man, I'm tired. But it was really good, though. I want to keep playing. I want to find out more. I'm not gonna lie. The game, when we first started, I was like, maybe I should change games. Like, this game is kind of boring. Literally, like, the first... What is it? Before you met Shigori, it was kind of boring. But now it's getting fun. Now we're getting somewhere. And I feel like we're, like, in the middle. Somewhere in the middle. Fuck, man. Hopefully, we find out the killer. Because don't get me wrong, it's all fun hanging out with friends, but at the same time, it's like, you kind of want to learn more about, like, what the fuck is going on with Yahiko? What the fuck is with the Happy Club and all the victims that were the club members, Like, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened with the lapses? Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow? Wait, no. Today is Monday, right? No, there's no episode Tuesday. Fuck it, I'll still play the game tomorrow and fucking release it on Wednesday. Oh man, this is a good game. If you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to see whenever I post, and leave a comment. Tell me your theories, tell me anything, man. I want to hear your thoughts because, shit, man, I wonder what's gonna happen next. Anyway, this is Ga saying farewell, and as always, bye bye.